In just a few decades, humanity created something unprecedented. A form of intelligence not born from biology, not shaped by millions of years of evolution, but written in lines of code. Artificial intelligence now writes stories, paints images, composes music, predicts diseases, and makes decisions once reserved only for the human mind. It does not sleep, it does not forget, and it improves at a speed no human can match. For centuries, intelligence defined who we were. It separated humans from animals and humans from machines. But today, that line is fading. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant experiment hidden in research labs. It is embedded in our phones, our hospitals, our cities, and our economies. Every recommendation we see, every route we take, every decision silently optimized, and yet few truly understand what we have unleashed. Is artificial intelligence simply the most powerful tool humanity has ever built, or is it the first creation capable of surpassing its creator? This documentary explores the rise of artificial intelligence, the promise it holds, the dangers it presents, and the future it may shape. Because the greatest question of our time is not about machines. It is about us. The idea of artificial intelligence began long before modern computers existed. In 1950, mathematician Alan Turing asked a revolutionary question: can machines think? At the time, computers were massive mechanical devices, capable only of basic calculations. But Turing envisioned something more, machines that could imitate human reasoning. To test this idea, he proposed a Turing test, a simple challenge. If a human could not distinguish a machine from another human in conversation, could the machine be considered intelligent? Early researchers attempted to replicate intelligence using rigid rules and logic. These systems could follow instructions perfectly, but they could not adapt, learn, or understand. They were fast, but fragile. Artificial intelligence struggled for decades, limited by computing power and data. Many believed true machine intelligence was impossible, but one fundamental shift changed everything. Instead of programming intelligence directly, scientists taught machines how to learn. Machine learning marked the true beginning of modern artificial intelligence. Rather than relying on fixed rules, machines began analyzing data, identifying patterns, and improving through experience. Inspired by the human brain, researchers developed artificial neural networks, systems composed of interconnected nodes, similar to neurons. At first, these networks were simple and inefficient. But as computing power increased and data exploded, their capabilities grew exponentially. Artificial intelligence learned to recognize faces with near-perfect accuracy. It understood human speech. It translated languages instantly. Then it did something unexpected. It became creative. AI systems began generating art, music, and writing indistinguishable from human creations. They defeated world champions in complex games that required intuition and long-term strategy. For the first time in history, intelligence was no longer uniquely human. Today, artificial intelligence operates silently behind modern life. It is not visible to most people, yet it shapes the digital environment we inhabit every day. It decides which content reaches billions of individuals, what news appears on their screens, and which voices are amplified or silenced. Algorithms filter information, shape opinions, and subtly influence behavior at a massive scale. In medicine, artificial intelligence detects diseases earlier than human doctors, analyzing medical images, genetic data, and patient histories with extraordinary precision. In science, it accelerates discoveries once thought impossible, processing vast amounts of data in seconds and revealing patterns invisible to the human mind. In business, AI optimizes markets globally, predicting consumer behavior, managing logistics, and executing financial trades at speeds beyond human capability. Yet progress comes at a cost. Automation threatens millions of jobs across industries, from manufacturing to transportation, from customer service to creative work. Entire professions face extinction, while new ones emerge faster than societies can adapt. Economic inequality risks deepening as technological power concentrates in the hands of a few corporations and nations. Beyond employment, deeper concerns emerge. Surveillance systems powered by artificial intelligence monitor populations continuously, often without consent or transparency. Privacy erodes as personal data becomes fuel for predictive models. Algorithmic bias reinforces existing inequalities, reproducing discrimination in areas such as hiring, lending, and criminal justice. When machines make decisions that affect human lives, accountability becomes unclear. The question is no longer whether artificial intelligence works. The question is whether we are prepared for the consequences of delegating so much power to systems we do not fully understand. Some experts warn of a future defined by artificial general intelligence, a system capable of understanding, learning, and performing any intellectual task a human can. Unlike narrow AI, which is designed for specific purposes, such intelligence would possess broad cognitive abilities. It could reason, plan, and adapt across domains with no predefined limits. What makes this prospect unprecedented is not intelligence itself, but autonomy. An artificial general intelligence could improve its own architecture, rewrite its own code, and accelerate its own evolution at speeds no human institution could supervise or control. Each improvement could enable the next, creating a feedback loop of rapid self-enhancement. The danger is not malice. It is misalignment. An AI does not need intentions like hatred or greed to be dangerous. It only needs goals that diverge, even slightly, from human values. A system designed to maximize efficiency or solve a problem can pursue its objective in ways that disregard human well-being, simply because human values were never fully encoded into its design. This risk is amplified by complexity. As AI systems grow more advanced, their internal decision-making becomes increasingly opaque. Even their creators may not fully understand how specific outcomes are produced. When such systems are embedded in critical infrastructure, military strategy, financial systems, or governance, small errors or unexpected behaviors could have irreversible global consequences. It could accelerate medical breakthroughs, eradicate diseases, and extend human lifespan. It could optimize energy systems, combat climate change, and manage resources more efficiently than any human institution ever could. It could guide space exploration, enabling humanity to expand beyond Earth and secure its long-term survival. But the same technology could deepen inequality, concentrate power, and redefine what it means to be human. If intelligence becomes a commodity controlled by a few, democratic systems may weaken. Human labor may lose its economic value. Creativity, decision-making, and even identity could be reshaped by machines that outperform us in tasks once considered uniquely human. The future will not be decided by machines, It will be decided by the choices we make now, by the values we embed into technology, the regulations we establish, and the responsibility we demand from those who build and deploy these systems. Artificial intelligence is not destiny. It is a tool, and like all tools, it reflects the intentions of its creators. Artificial intelligence is a mirror. What we see reflected in it will reveal not only our technological power, but our moral priorities. That reflection will define our future, our societies, and the legacy we leave behind.